Well, I grew up in a little town in Iowa. Met my wife. After a year in divinity school, we both agreed it was time for me to go to law school and learn how to make a real living. I graduated, found my job in Kansas City. Worked there for 14 years. I did litigation. It was a wonderful experience. Then I was lucky enough to be appointed to the Missouri Supreme Court. I spent 20 years there and have now returned to the practice of law again at Armstrong Teasdale in St. Louis. You know, probably the most satisfying thing for me during my service on the court was to be involved in drug courts. I first became interested in that when I served as president of the police board in Kansas City and saw that the vast majority of our crime resulted from drug abuse, alcohol abuse, and the need to fix the cause of the problem, not just to punish people. We began a real sincere effort towards that in the late 1990s, and for the next 10 years I devoted a great deal of time, as did hundreds of other people in Missouri, to try to rehabilitate people, to try to help them overcome their addiction and return to normal lives. And it works. The stories are stories of people who come in and recognize how much trouble they were in their life and how good their life is now. And those are the things that kept you going. You know, I think the greatest joy in being a lawyer may not be the results you get for your clients, but the relationships you have with your clients and the relationships you have with other lawyers. I've learned so much from the lawyers around me, many times lawyers on the other sides of cases. And I've enjoyed them, and I've enjoyed those relationships so much. I think that was the best thing about practicing law for me, just being around so many good lawyers and judges. I think lawyers really care. Most lawyers that I know really care about having a better society and a better life for everybody. When the Pope was here, he talked about the common good. That's what we care about. Now, there are lots of ways we can work for it. We can work for it in litigation. We can work for it in ordering everybody's business lives, in their personal lives, in keeping our communities safe. But it's just gratifying to be able to work in a profession where you're dedicated at the end of the day to seeking the common good and justice for everybody.